All right, sit well, please. Sit tall. Wiggle around a little bit, get into your body. Take a couple deep, rhythmic breaths and simply arrive. Arrive in the body, arrive in the heart. Feel what is present here now. I know that so many of you, I was listening to somebody's podcast and she was saying, I'm trying to moderate my computer usage, if for no other reason than because I'm working from home, I'm already on the computer staring at a screen for 8 hours a day. So as much as you can, try to, like, in your mind, right? Fabricate a situation where there's no computer between you and I, between any of us, that we're somehow occupying the same space. See if you can feel that. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. Let's exhale together and inhale fully. Release the hands, open the eyes. I did forget to say at the beginning of class that if you've not attended this class before, it is a combo Vinyasa and Restorative. So make sure that you have the props that would be useful for later. So if you don't have, cross your legs the other way. If you don't have a bolster, then grab a pillow or two from your bed, and also a blanket is going to be very useful today. All right, so you're in the awkward Sukhasana, right? The leg you don't want in front. Here we go, arms up. And then let's go to the left, fingertips to the ground, just stretch laterally. And then on a diagonal, fold and reach your arm off your back, pull the shoulder off the back. Tone the belly to rise and go all the way to the other side. Fold on a diagonal, reach your shoulder blade off your back, pull your fingers forward, but extend from the base of the sternum. Inhale again, other side. And let's do some lateral cats and cows. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Tuck your tail on the way. Inhale, open, draw your sit bones back and apart. Exhale, close. So you're just lateral cat-cowing. Inhale, exhale. Take your head with you. The neck goes with. Inhale and exhale. Now stay here and reach this arm farther. Use your down fingers like leverage. Push against the ground and reach. Twist. Twist your belly deeply to the left. Pull your arm powerfully off your back. And then use the tone of the belly to rise and go to the other side. Let's go cat-cow. Inhale. You can take your down hand farther. Exhale. Pull your seat under you. Inhale. Draw your sit bones back and apart. Exhale. Somebody got kicked off. Inhale. Jared. Exhale. Somebody got kicked off. Somebody got kicked off. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here. Pull the shoulder off the back. Use your down hand. Press your fingertips into the ground and reach, 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 reach. You'll feel the twist of the deep abdomen. Utilize that. Pull the right ribs back. Sweep the left ribs forward and extend. Tone through the belly. Inhale. Now we're just gonna twist, hand to opposite knee, fingertips behind you. I've been adding this extra little manual assist. Your backhand wraps around to the front to grab opposite ribs, lift them up and pull them through. Truth in advertising, sometimes you need a little assist. Inhale, lift and pull. Take your chin width. Good, now keep your arm locked in place. Take your back arm vertical and reach, you're on the lateral. So you're basically doing that lateral extension, but a little bit farther down. Take the top arm right alongside your ear and reach. It's okay if your hips pop up off the ground just a little bit. Inhale, we come up. Woo! Exhale, twist right the other way. So lock your arm in place, turn the palm open against your knee. Inhale, lift the heart, twist. Lift the heart, twist. Wrap the back arm around to grab the left ribs from in front, and then pause for a second, pick yourself up, and then pull yourself through. It's like, you know, when you're not in the yoga studio and you can't receive a manual assist from somebody else, you receive it from yourself. Okay, back arm up, forward, on the lateral diagonal, extend. If your head is hanging off of your neck, pick it up. Extend, that's it. There you go. Inhale, you rise, ooh la la. Exhale, feet together, Baddha Konasana. Press your feet in, pull your heels to your groin, and from your sacrum, reach out your knees. I know that in a typical vinyasa practice, we would typically do this pose quite late in practice, but that's okay. Press the outer feet together, pull the heels to the groin. If your feet are willing to open up like a book as you open through the inner ankle, great. Now from the sacrum behind you, extend powerfully through the knees and down. Good, inhale, come back, knees together, exhale, release. Let's go downward facing dog. Once in downward facing dog, open up the backs of the legs and the soles of the feet. Just some little pedaling through the heels. Inhale, tippy toe. Now listen, bend the knees deep. Take the feet a little wider than your hips. With the knees deeply bent, high up on your tippy toes, widen your sit bones behind you. Get into your lower back. Now, if you have a lot of mobility in your low spine and your legs, your shoulders will collapse underneath you here. So you have to inhale, lift the armpits, which is going to put a kink in your downward facing dog. That's okay. Stabilize the upper back, and then soften the heart in the hammock of the chest to deepen the bend of the upper back. Now listen, with the bend in your knees intact, stretch your hips back, push your hands forward, open it up. Inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, reach through the heels. Do that again, but this time on the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, tippy toe, bend the knees, keep them bent. Inhale, sit bones high, hands forward, push. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, reach heels back and down. We do it again. Inhale, tippy toes, bend knees, push, stretch through the spine, straight legs, heels back and down. Last one, tippy toes, bend the knees, tone the belly here, push through the arms, through the sit bones, straighten the legs, and reach through the heels. Let's go heels to the right, open the left waist, heels to the left, open the right waist. Ooh, that feels good. Heels to the right, open the left waist, take your left hand forward, and stretch. Inhale, center, heels go to the left, right hand forward by just like an inch or two. We stretch. Inhale, center. Come on down to child's pose, just to remind us that it's always here, always lovely, unless it's not lovely, in which case you have options. In your child's pose, you can grab your block and put it underneath your sternum. Those of you who have a lot of mobility in your low back, you might prefer this. You can take a second block underneath your forehead as well. And this makes it not so like overly expanded, right? Inhale, come on up. Just remember when you need to take child's pose, okay? Downward facing dog. We go left knee forward for a little hip opener real quickly. Let's rock from side to side. So into the right groin, onto the left hip. And rock. Breathe. I'm much prefer these recorded classes with videos over, no, not recorded, I mean what do you call it? Like streaming live classes, whatever. I much prefer it over the recorded classes. Lean into your left hand, right arm, right foot, quad stretch. If you can, take your left hand to your left thigh or knee. Because, you know, there's a kind of accountability. You know, it feels like I'm gonna show up more fully. Inhale, let the whole thing go. Listen, just switch. So your right hand is on the ground, left hand to the right foot. Bend your top elbow, shrug the shoulder to the ear to literally lengthen the left side of the body, and then set the shoulder to the back powerfully. Kick into your hand, straighten the arm, open the throat. Check on the breath. Notice if you're letting your head simply fall back, constricting the back of the neck, or can you move the entire skull back in space, open the back of the neck, and then lift from the base of your sternum to open the throat. Inhale, let the whole thing go. Push into your hands, curl the back toes under, lift the knee, pull the left knee and leg into the body. Inhale, plank. Take your heels to the right, left arm up. Vashisthasana. Hand down, let's go heels to the left, right arm up. Your feet are staggered. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale, take the right knee forward for a quick little pigeon. Get comfy and then do this like nice, easy breezy rocking from side to side. Usually we, make a shape, and then with some amount of stagnancy there, we hold that shape, build power there. So this is quite different approach, this rocking side to side. When you feel like you've found some space, establish where your right hand goes, and let's stretch the left quad. Flip the hand in the direction of the toes if you have that rotation available in the shoulder joint. Press against the right knee or the ground with your right hand. Twist your belly to the right. Turn your chest straight ahead. Now lift the base of your skull away from the upper back. Take the whole skull back in space, and then lift the base of your sternum, open the throat. Let it go, let's switch sides. Right hand to the left foot. Bend your top elbow, shrug your shoulder to the ear, set it onto the back, and then let's kick so that the arm gets straight. Full breath. Inhale, unwind. Listen, curl the back toes under, lift the knee, pull the whole right leg into the body. So you're in a rounded plank position, and then just step back. Let's go heels to the right, left arm up. Here we are, Vashisthasana again. This time we hold. Make sure that the shoulder is not right on top of the wrist. It's behind the wrist by a couple inches. Arm over the ear. Inhale, and we'll do like we did a few days ago. Push the left foot down. We're driving left elbow, right knee, tap. Inhale, open. Tap, try not to crunch your body. Inhale, tap, extend and hover. Here comes 4, listen. Here comes 5, we're gonna hold it. Hold it, round your back, grab, like reach in tighter, and then reach down the outside of the leg, take the outside of the foot with the left hand. Either stay here or extend, foot towards, I don't know, for me it's the computer. I don't know what it is for you. Full breath. Without touching the ground, unwind, take your right leg high and stretch it out. Get up onto the tippy toes. Listen, straighten the top leg completely. Press off of your hands, lift your right leg higher, lift your armpits higher, and melt the heart in the hammock of the chest. Deepen the bend of the upper back. Find the back bend in the upper back. Bend your right leg. Reach and look at your right toes with your left eyeball. Then look with your right eyeball. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, step through. Lunge. Right arm high, twist. Forearm to the knee or fingers to the ground. Left foot down, Parshva. Pull the right leg straight. Keep the left arm as it is, triangle variation. Find the rhythm of the breath. Now let's make some space. Stretch this arm to a true straight. Press the hand into an imaginary like table and make some space in the left neck, the left side of your neck. Now pick your head up and meet your bicep with your cheek. That's it. Now maybe the left arm stays exactly as it is, or maybe the hand goes to the hip as you transition to half moon. Here we go. Bend the front knee, step in and rise. Press the down foot into the ground. So we're doing that really extended version, okay? So your right fingertips are pressing down, your right foot is pressing down, and with your right hip, I want you to tuck underneath the body and turn your belly open. Now find the breath. Find the breath. Tone your thigh, y'all. Now with your top fingers, your left fingers, look for something. It's the ground or a block or something. Walk your right hand away. Give yourself some space and reach. Lift the top leg higher. Turn open. Good. Hands down. Lift the leg. Step back lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, step back, plank, chaturanga. If you're not ready for up dog, then take cobra. Exhale, everybody down, and then come up on the fingertips. So sometimes, I don't know what they call this on the West Coast, but we call it on the East Coast gecko pose. Sometimes it's fingertip cobra. So wider than the mat, forward of the shoulders, elbows wide like bat wings. Press your feet down so your knees lift and your pubic bone down so your belly tones. Now before you lift up, I want you to peel yourself forward. Open the throat and peel yourself forward. Here we go. Inhale. Head last. Exhale. Keep the tone of the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands in a little bit so you're more in cobra hand position. Inhale. Exhale. Do it again. Inhale, and then we stay here. Flatten your palms. Turn the eyes of your elbows forward. Keep the tone of the belly. Keep the belly lifting from its own power away from the ground. With your hands, pull back so that your shoulders move back, your heart expresses forward, and then unfurl in the upper chest, straighten your arms. Exhale, down. Downward, actually pause right here. Curl the toes, lift the knees. Pull your sit bones to your heels, puff up like chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out, one. Breathe in. Go through your mouth, two. Breathe in. And that's three. One more. Four. We go inhale, right leg high. Exhale, between the two hands. Yeah. Take your left hand to the left. Right arm, twist. No. Jump switch the legs. How did this happen? Left arm, twist. Full breath. I skipped a pose. I'm going to figure it out, or you can tell me. Turn the back foot down. Put your forearm on your knee or your fingertips on the ground. Right arm extends. Side angle pose. Tack the left hip so deep underneath your body that it turns you open, not just in the chest, but in the belly. Jared, will you read that? We'll catch it on the other side, okay? Keep the right arm as it is, or put your hand on your hip. Straighten the front leg. Sorry, triangle. Keep your right arm as it is, or put the hand on the hip. Here we go. Bend, step in, and rise. Press the left foot down. Was that a missing pose bit?
Yeah.
What was it?
Side plank,
Oh,
With
yeah.
leg extension on the other side.
Yeah, thank you. Whoever that was.
Shannon.
Hmm?
Shannon.
Shannon. Thanks, Shannon. Press the left foot down a lot. Pull the left belly into your body. Pick up the right leg more. And then get your left hand out of the way. Get your left hand out of the way. As you reach your right fingertips for the ground or the block. And as you do that, your instinct is going to be to cross the face to get to the ground. Let's prioritize the heart reaching for the ceiling over the fingers reaching for the ground. Okay, hands either side of the foot. Lift the leg high, standing split. Find it with me. Step back, lunge, inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot, step back, plank. Pivot your feet to the heels to the left, right arm vertical. Arm alongside the ear. And then same thing if your head's falling off your body, pick it up, lengthen both sides of your neck evenly, as well as the front and the back. Now we press the right foot down. Here we go. Inhale, right elbow, left knee, drive it in. Inhale, extend and hover. 2, extend and hover. 3, reach, hold. 4, inhale. 5, hold it right here. Grab the outside edge of your foot and maybe extend the leg towards what we call Vishwamitrasana prep, friend of the universe preparation. Pull the leg into the hip socket. Hand down, leg up, unwind. Get up high on your tippy toes. And let's lift this leg as high as it goes. Find the fullness of the breath, y'all. Find the fullness of the breath. Bend the top leg. Look to the right and find your left toes with not your right eye, but your left eye. In fact, close your right eye and see if you can see it. Left eye. Ooh, that's hard. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, release this foot. Inhale, round the lower back, come to plank. Hold it. So the low back is really long. The low belly is super toned. If you feel it in your lower back at all, probably your hips are lifting. So we want some very active tone through the middle, lengthening through the spine, the low spine. You're gonna put your right elbow where your right hand is, and then left elbow where the left hand is. Interlace your fingers and pause. So we're gonna do that again. We're gonna lift up, right then left, but I want you to really figure out how not to move anything else. So stabilize, use those accessory muscles to hold yourself in place. Here we go, right hand, push, left hand. Now it's left elbow down, right elbow down, left hand up, right hand up, and then we're going right knee to the nose. Inhale, left knee to the nose. Inhale, and then again. Inhale, inhale. Push back, downward facing dog. Hold it. Come down to your knees, curl toes, sit on your heels. Okay, so hold on to your left heel with your left hand. And then you're gonna hold on to this foot back here as you unfurl into an asymmetrical camel shape with the toes curled under, yeah? So it's a little easier than pointed feet. So here we go, tone the belly, lift your hips and unfurl. We'll go right arm back and then have a seat out the way you came in. Now if you're feeling any tension in your lower back, I want you to make sure that either during or right after, okay? Make sure that you're actually holding the tone of the belly. And that tone begins deep in the pelvic floor. Let's go second side, right hand, right heel. Unfurl, make it like a dance. Exhale, sit. And do it again. Left hand to the foot and sit. Right hand to the heel, reach and sit. We're gonna do it again, and this time we hold it. Now push off the heel, lift your hips, and then bring your top arm vertical. Pull the arm off your body. So your shoulder is disengaged, it's pulling off the back. And now as if you're like plugging your arm into your shoulder socket, right? Plug in. Lift the left side of your chest, tone the belly a lot, and let's go right arm back. Inhale up, right to the other side. Press off the right heel, tone the belly. Pick up the right side of your chest, disengage your left arm, and then engage. Plug in. With a lot of tone in the belly, curl. Extend the left arm back behind you. Curl. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, have a seat. Check on the low back. Check on the belly. How much should you tone your belly and back bends? Only as much as is required to keep pain out of your lower back, which for some of us is going to be a whole lot of tone. An obnoxious amount of strength in the low belly. So just check on yourself about it. Downward facing dog. Getting sweaty. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a choice, guys and gals. I'm gonna give you a choice about what to take right here in our inversion practice. So you have an option to kick up into a handstand if you feel like you have the space necessary or necessary walls or whatever. Your other choice is to do 5 donkey kicks. A donkey kick is with your feet together and you're trying to tap your heels to your tush. So it's a tap and down. You're trying to get a little hang time with the shoulders over the wrists. So do that 5 or 10 times or play with handstanding. Yeah? Yeah. Or you can do what we do in yoga class all the time at the studio, which is a very important pose called Vachasana, which is where you just sit down, chill out, and watch all the asana. Nice use of bed prop, whoever that is. Fantastic. Good. Breathe, y'all. When you're done, you're done. Let's meet up in Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Take your feet out a little wider than your hips, but not as wide as Prasarita, okay? So like, you know, something like this. You will find that the exact distance will be commensurate with what's happening in your hips and hamstrings. All right, so inhale, lengthen the spine. Get up on tippy toes and bend into like a high tippy toe squat. If you're having knee issues, then you won't bend this deeply, right? Inhale, come up. Listen, turn your heels out and then stretch them down. We're getting into the hamstrings now. Lean into your heels so that you feel like a hyper stretch in your hamstring. Inhale, tippy toe, and then again, squat. Turn the knees out. Inhale, lift. Lift from your seat, turn the heels out, and reach them back and down. Lean into your heels and get into those hamstrings. One more. Inhale, tippy toe. The knees go out and we're in this high malasana squat. Inhale, lift, turn your toes and heels out. Reach the heels back and lean into your heels. Good. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Take your hands to the backs of the calves, right up just below the knee. And then with your hands, press your shins forward. So I could say bend your knees, but I don't mean bend your knees. I actually mean engage your muscle, the calf muscle, to press the top of the shin forward, which results biomechanically in a bend of the knee. Now, put a second set of hands. So like pretend you're leaving your hands right there. Pretend you have a second set of hands that you can leave right there. Now put your hands up in your upper thigh behind you and press the upper thigh into your hand enough to straighten your legs, but all the while pressing the top of the shin forward. So we say shins forward, thighs back. And what that does is it stabilizes the knees and gives you a lot of mobility in the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Now you have no hands to encourage your legs to behave in this way, so now it's the legs of their own attentional accord. Press the tops of the shins forward, the tops of the thighs backward. Those of you with really mobile low back and hamstrings, put your ribs back in your body. Inhale again, lengthen. Exhale, take all that length with you, fold. Tone the belly, inhale, rise. Woo! Exhale, hands through center and to the sides. Nice. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Shift your weight into your right foot, and I don't mean just like cock it over there. I mean root it down. Bend your other knee, take it into the chest, lift as high as you can without hands. Inhale, release, and other side. Use the power of your leg and your hip flexor. Lift and release. Again, lift and lift higher. Okay, the arm goes to the inside, the hand goes to the outside, right hand, right hip. Bow forward and move your hips back on the diagonal. If this is too much, take the knee. If you've got the knee, you will not straighten the leg. If you have the foot, here we go. Internally rotate this leg towards straight. It doesn't have to get straight. We're gonna stay on the diagonal. Now tuck your left hip under your body and open the leg wider. Bring the other arm into the same plane. Focus on the breath. Inhale to the center. Take the foot or the knee with both hands and pause. With your hands, lift the leg up. With the leg, press down. Inhale, heart forward, and then bow. Give your knee a kiss or blow it a kiss. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Okay, check on yourself right here. Check on yourself. It tends to be that after balancing poses like this, we get all tweaked out because we're like having an internal battle with our own egos. And some of you have heard this story, but I used to have a professor in college. Shift, root down in the left leg, lift the right knee, lift higher, arm goes to the inside, hand goes to the outside. It was my constitutional law class. It was my favorite class. I know it's weird. Anyway, he used to say, I teach using the Socratic method. You're going to be wrong no matter what you say in my class. It's for the purpose of learning. So you might as well just check your ego at the door. And I always used to imagine a coat check, and I would hang up my ego as if it was a coat that just did not have a purpose in that room. Shift forward, bowing on the diagonal, move your hips back. We internally rotate to extend the leg. And then tuck the hip under to come into the full expression. Wherever it is, it might be with a bent knee. Breathe. Full breath, big breath. Like balancing is not for the purpose of staying still, it's for the purpose of working an edge. Come to the center, hold on to the foot or the knee with both hands. Lift using your hands, but press down using your leg. Blow a kiss. Inhale, stand up. Ooh. Exhale, release, shake it out. Well done. Top of the mat. Inhale, sweep up. Tone the belly as you fold. Inhale, look up and prepare. Plant your hands, push down. We jump, no bouncing. Plank, chaturanga. Up dog and down dog. Let's do one more Vashisthasana, our third and final set of practice. Stand on your right hand and the outside edge of the right foot. Bend both knees, stack your feet. Inhale, lift the hips a lot and ground through the sole of the right foot. Bend your top leg. Take either the knee or the foot. Turn your heart towards the sky. If you've got the foot, you'll work a straight leg like we just did in Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. If you're doing that variation, internally rotate the leg to get it more straight. Tuck the hip underneath you to find vertical. Turn the down elbow open. Exhale, release, downward dog. Come sit on your heels and have a pause. Any questions, comments, complaints? So that pose is much easier with the knee over the foot. If you've never seen that pose, full Vashista with a knee variation, it's the same thing. Work the down foot planting, like work the sole of the foot, the down foot into the ground, hold the knee, but then kick with the leg as you turn your heart towards the sky. Okay, so you have choices, but to get the down foot planted, you're gonna have to elevate the hips. You gotta lift the hips. So it's no longer a plank, like side plank. Now it's like rainbow. Yeah? Some of you are making weird faces. Okay, question.
Can you do all that with bottom knee down?
Yes. Yeah, somebody just asked, I don't know who that was, but somebody just asked if you can do that with the down knee on the ground. Yes, you absolutely can, but you're gonna have to play with the positioning of this shin. So for me, if the shin is parallel to the edge of the mat, I can't quite open the hip, right? But if you turn this down shin on a diagonal, you get a little bit more space, and you can also do this variation, right? But it is, I will say, it is harder just because of the shape biomechanically the leg is making. Is much more challenging to open the hips in that position. But the balance is much easier and the weight is lighter. Let's go, second side. Left hand, left foot. Decide what you're doing with your bottom leg. Decide what you're doing with your top leg. Take hold of the knee or the foot. Lift your hips. Get out of your down shoulder and wrist. So Lauren, even higher with your down hip. And then Shannon, put a tiny kink in your down elbow so that you're not locking out that elbow. And really use the muscle there. Yeah. Joy, beautiful. Good, Armid. Tuck the hip underneath your body. Yes. Heart to the sky. Be willing to fall over. Downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Okay. So, we're going to go from downward facing dog, three-legged dog, flip to Kamatkarasana, and you're going to have a choice to do Urdhva Dhanurasana. But just in case you're like this close to Urdhva Dhanurasana from Kamatkarasana, let's do an Urdhva Dhanurasana now. Come lie down on your back. Place your feet hip distance and parallel. Press your elbows down. Now listen, I know some of you are not working with Urdhva D right now. That's totally fine. Do a nice bridge. Press the elbows down. Broaden the chest. Open the collarbones. Here we go. Hips up. Home stretch, y'all. After this, it's restorative work. Place the hands on either side of your head and without turning the feet out. If you need more space, lift the heels. Don't turn the feet out. Here we go. Crown of the head. Inhale. Open the chest. Exhale. Press up. Straight arms. Get into the upper back. Deepen the bend of the upper back. Straighten your arms fully. Exhale, tuck your chin, and come on out. Knees into the chest, roll to the side. And let's find downward facing dog. Let's do that pose from Kamatkarasana. Let's go right leg high. Bend and twist. Tone the belly, flip it. Adjust your feet, hip distance parallel. Hips down, tap the ground, and then spring up and curl open. If you have the rotation in your left shoulder, you will pivot on your down hand. Your down hand will pivot towards, fingertips towards the back of the mat. And then you'll place the right arm to the ground. Good, go out the way you came in. So re-pivot the hands and then flip back over. Let's go second side. Write any questions in you've got. Here we go. Left leg high. Bend and twist. Flip it. Adjust your feet, hip distance parallel. I like hand on the hip for this part. Tap your booty and then tone your belly and unfurl. Same thing here, you can tippy toe, but you need to be light enough on your right hand that you can pivot that hand, fingertips in line, like pointing to the back of the mat. If you're in, go out the way you came in. Re-pivot on your hand, replace your other hand, and let's meet up in dog. Big breath in, and then push through your hands and through your seat. Through your seat and then through your heels. Come on down to the knees. Cross right shin over left calf. Have a seat. Right shin over left calf. Have a seat. So you're in this like very strange, kind of Gomukhasana-y, kind of calf smashy situation. Turn to the right. Place your elbow outside the right knee. Stack your palms and twist upper back and shoulders. Inhale, come up. Unwind. Take your left shin on your right calf. Find a nice juicy spot and have a seat. If sitting like this is not an option, then like you need more lift under your seat to make this viable, then grab your block. That's totally fine. Twist to the left and stack the palms. Find the nice sensational spot in your right calf muscle, right? For me, it's down by my Achilles. Nice work. Inhale, unwind. Ooh la la, have a seat. Extend your legs straight ahead. Fold the left leg in for Janu Shirshasana, but listen, take the knee wider. Point the foot, draw the heel in towards the groin, and take the knee really wide. So this angle that you're making with your two legs, it's an obtuse angle. It's bigger than 90 degrees, yeah? Arms up. Okay, twist towards the bent leg. Take your opposite hand to your knee. Turn, I like palm open. If you have really long arms, you'll be able to get palm open, and then fold laterally. So the arm, the down arm is blocking you from just sort of falling into gravity. Take the shoulder to the inside of the thigh, reach. Let the back hip lift way up off the ground, reach. It's a lot like that pose we did at the very beginning of practice. Now take your down arm, release the knee, reach down the inside of your right leg and grab the inner foot. If you have the length to turn your arm inside out, do that. And then if you have the reach, if you've got the extension, so you're either here, binding your down ankle, shin, or foot, or you will grab the foot with both hands. If you've got the foot with the left hand, take your right arm inside, pull the shoulder in, and get in a little deeper. Full breath, y'all. Put your head where it belongs so that energy flows. Turn to the knee, twist deeply, and bow for an extra twisty Janu Shirshasana. Work to bring both sides of your spine parallel to the ceiling. Reach not with the top of your head, but forward with the heart. Inhale, come on up, and then let's just switch sides. Bring the right leg in and the left leg out. Take the knee really wide. Point the right foot, even come onto the top of the foot and the front of the shin. Here we go. We twist towards the bent leg. If you find that there's just some flesh that's in the way, sometimes it's belly flesh, sometimes it's breast tissue, you just like pick it up and get it out of your way. You know what I mean? Just like get comfy with your body in that way. Here we go. Top arm on that diagonal. So you're blocking yourself. Reach. Use every breath to find more space. Now the arm goes to the inside. Take the shoulder inside the thigh. turn your arm inside out if you have the room. You might not have the room, in which case you can grab the foot or ankle with your hand turned and your shoulder turned in, right? If you can reach with the top hand, hold on to it, and then pull your down arm through. Get your shoulder in deeper. You might not reach all the way down to the thigh, but you can still be to the inside plane of the leg. If you have the bind with both hands, pull the elbows, like maximize the distance between the elbows. Take the inner armpit on your top arm, back. Outer armpit, back. Now twist towards this knee. Deep twist in your low belly and fold. Use your breath to find more of the shape. Inhale, rise. Good. Exhale, release. Okay, so grab your, let's do a little bit of restorative work here. I started a few minutes late. I'm gonna end a few minutes late, but really like 5 minutes, not more than that. Okay, grab your bolster or your two pillows rather, and stack them. Then take your blanket, fold it up so that it's like a little poof, and then with your knees bent, stick your blanket between your thighs. And this is just for comfort, like through the pelvic girdle. Now, I know that we, for a lot of us without like a, like stocked yoga studio, we're just sort of making it work, you know? And that's totally fine. Bring this bolster right up against your hip. Oh, you need a block, I'm sorry. You need a block too. Bolster against the hip, and then you're just gonna drape your spine laterally across the bolster, and then your head goes on the block. If the block is too high and you can feel sort of like scrunching on the right side, or the left side, whatever your upside is, then take the block down one. Now your other arm, you can do one of a couple things with it. You can either just drape it along your side, or you can take it back behind you and use this restorative pose as like a nice supported twist. Take the time to get really comfortable, and I encourage you to not like force the issue, you know, like take the shape that feels really easeful and not like choose ease over like the demanding form. Like you could fold your legs in tighter, you could, you know, bring your knees in closer, but we want a really easeful, totally supported, therapeutic asana here. So once you're in position, close your eyes and just enjoy. Just remember that everything should feel supported. Like literally, that there's stuff holding you. And with every passing breath, you allow the body to release more fully. And you'll notice that gravity takes you over time. But it takes you not just in your body, it takes you deeper underneath the bones. There is an energetic pattern that is being released here. The nervous system reset here. Bring your back arm around and pause if you were in that extended twisted variation. Press that hand down and lift yourself up. Keep everything the same, just turn your body the other way. Drape the trunk of your body laterally over the bolster. Place your head, get your down shoulder in position, and then decide if your top arm is resting along your side or draping back behind you. If you're not exactly sure what's happening here, the trunk of your body from your hips to your shoulders is being held by this pillow, giving you a very mild lateral opening on your top side. Remember that everything should feel supported. So the blanket between your legs is for support through the pelvic girdle. It will be a different process on this side. Let it unfold. If you're in the supine twist, bring your back arm around. Pause for a second on your side. Use that hand and press yourself up. We'll do one more. Bring the pillows or the bolster underneath your knees or your thighs if that feels better. Bring your blanket. The blanket is basically to create a little bit of support in your neck spine. So it goes back behind you, but you need a little itty bitty roll right here. Now your two blocks, these are gonna be for your feet. So your thighs and your feet are supported. So your heels go here, your thighs go here, and then with your hands making adjustments, bring your blanket to support the natural curve of the cervical spine. This is going to be our final pose, and it's Shavasana for us. Remember that the roll under your neck is a mild roll. It's just holding the natural curve of the cervical spine. So you have a little bit of a decline in your legs as your sacrum widens behind you. We'll be here for just a couple minutes. Settle into a deeper state of rest. Enjoy the breath. Awaken your fingers and your toes and stretch as it feels nice to you. Bend a knee and roll to one side and just pause for a moment and just feel. Enjoy the feeling of being held. Use your arm and an inhale. Press yourself up to a seat and pause here to feel the echo of your work. You're about to go and carry on your day, and for so many reasons, these days have embedded within them a lot of anxiety and stress. So take one last moment to feel and to seal this experience, to encapsulate in your heart an offering of this experience, this practice of yours. We'll close in dedication with one Om. Send it off to somebody who needs some extra care in your life right now. Breathe in. Namaste. Thanks, everybody.